see, can you see my, my PowerPoint? Can you see it?
Yes.
You see it in big? Do you see it in big? Okay, one moment. Let me see. Hi. We're going to start soon. Just give me right a second. Okay. No. Which one you see? You see the big one? Let me see. I'll do it once more. One moment. I think you're going to be able to see it. Okay, now we're done. Okay, I can start anytime. Is it possible now?
Yes, you can start, Rosemarie.
Perfect. I just want to see this on YouTube so I see the same thing you see. Okay, you send me the, very good. Yeah, I'm perfect. Okay, we're set to go. Well, I would like to thank once again, perhaps our queen, Nadia Heidi. I want to thank also Success World One for really having me here, the opportunity to give you this an amazing leadership for entrepreneurs coaching. And I want to say that I see how we're growing all together. And I see how many things are happening and all the efforts and also the acknowledgement that our queen is getting and receiving. So blessings to you. The good job is spreading. The new book is coming. I see one from Raj. So it's good. And I will write some of my stories with Sister War One. So thank you so much. And as we approach, let's go again with our classes for leadership, okay? As you know, I coach business and marketing for many people these days, but I have found that as much as we're doing this repeatedly, I'm being coached by me too, okay? It's working for me too, right? And so thank you, Derek, for being here. Book is on the way to Zambia. You will receive the book soon in God's name that you will receive it, okay? So breakthrough, changing the pattern of poverty is on the way. Well, we have spoken many times about leadership, but I want you to look today, this space that it will help eventually to understand a little bit more in depth what means by this. What I mean by this is that our leadership processes faces many different things continuously, okay? This is something that repeatedly is constantly working for us. We see it, and as we see it, right? We have faced agony, I may say, because these days leadership will show you tons of things in different patterns with different people, different communities and societies. And we really need to focus ourselves in what we're leading, okay, and how we're doing it. Our businesses can grow very quick, but we must understand how or what really is the consequence of our success, of our leadership, that is impressing and organizing and redirecting our organization, our association, our partnerships. Continuously, it's demanding more work, and where strategically you can lead that leadership process with entities, with dynamically leaders, and always to fulfill the need of your mission and vision, which is something that we've been talking repeatedly in the past with our classes. So today we're gonna speak about leadership styles, okay? That as much as you see here, you will identify with one. You will really understand what type of coach, leader, mentor, trainer, or even CEO, or we can say also organizer of an organization you may follow into, okay? And how people will also lead and strategically will correspond to know more in demands to what they're doing, okay? So an authoritarian leadership, we see that it's always giving an opportunity for someone else to be led, to be also in a functioning of growing, because it will work towards a nation, it will work towards a process of a business that it's on there. You will see always that the leadership is participative. So instead of demanding, which is not really what leadership is about, leadership is about leading versus demanding, okay? And when we understand this concept very in depth, we are going to see that the more we use our tools and our values to work towards a group and achieving the process of conquering results, you will see that participation, it's really what works, and how you can grow faster, how you can lead an organization, how can eventually you have a powerful tool to have results. Now, delegative, and this is really important. This is strategically how you will function with your leadership. Because if you don't delegate, I bet you will be lost in the way, okay? So it's really important that we delegate our leadership, and how we do it in the sources we work with, and who will require this delegative leadership would also amend all the things that you're doing proactively and also get a result for you, okay? So we're going to talk as much as possible to really understand all these different patterns that there are through the leadership, and understand that leadership is always a transactional leadership also. So it's a transaction. It's maybe you may see it about a transaction monetarily, or maybe a transaction of exchange. Okay, you give something value for another thing as value. Okay, and also the transformational leadership is what we're doing definitely with this organization. As we're transforming life by giving them tools, we're bringing people already in our platform with Success World One to have results and be educated, and also give the education and empower tools for others. I've seen that Queen Nadia has organized with people in Africa a soccer team. That's great, because you know, when people have a teamwork, that's part of the leadership. When they work towards educating themselves and how to integrate their knowledge in a group, and also doing a sport that's gonna work towards your health, you're giving a leadership of transformational thoughts and processes. So I think it's amazing. I think it's really nice. And this is what she's doing. This is what everybody's doing who's involved in this organization, workers working towards a goal and producing results, because that's what really leadership is about. So I want to ask Queen Nadia if you can give some words. How do you see yourself in all these categories? Maybe you see yourself in all of them, and that's fine. But what is your strength? Where do you see the most you are?
Hi, Sister Rosemarie. I am actually outside. I hope you can hear me very well. And my strength is my faith in myself, and say, listen, God is with me. And when God is with you, you are in majority. Nothing is impossible to you. So this is why, because I believe in myself, I believe in my vision, and I believe in my people. And I think that this is my strength. God is my strength. And God is and my project, I have seen them realizing, and I'm realizing slowly the things, and that's it.
Bravo, bravo, bravo,
So
bravo.
I prefer not to hurry in doing things, because I know that I want to build on something solid foundation. This is why I am taking my time, and but to build something real concrete for generation and generation, because what we are building, it's for not only for tomorrow, but after tomorrow and forever, and that it is important. So this, I am fighting for this free education for everyone, to give a chance to every child and every human being to get free education, because I believe that education is not only for children, but for all humanity. We are empowering humanity, and this it is important. So what we are building now will be for generation and generation, free education. And when there is free education, there's freedom. There's freedom, there's peace, there's love, solidarity, there's brotherhood, and that's what I believe. So let's say that I have a vision of, like a visionary, when someone can see only rain, I see a rainbow.
Love it. Wow. When I see rain, I see the rainbow. When people see the rain, I see a rainbow. Nice. I love it. I love it. I love it. Wow. Well, this is important. You see, if we look at the organizations of SUSE for one, we see that there's an authoritarian leadership, which is, let's say, the queen. Then you open this organization to be participative with other leaders around the world. And then you delegate the work, right? And then you go and do transactional on all aspects, right? Bringing results, bringing a transformation, bringing people united for one cause, interchanging knowledge, education, sources, funds, etc. Okay, and then finally, the big vision that you said that is generational, it will come with the transformational leadership, which is happening already. So you see, because we're touching here souls from all around the world, different ages, okay? Because we have done Zoom meets, we have done big conferences, we have done a manifestation of things between all people. So all this is already happening. All these styles of leadership is happening already in SUSE for One, because it's an organization that's been built with a vision statement, with a mission statement, and with end result that is sustained directly to one purpose, and is transforming the education into action. That's what really is. So all these different acknowledgement of leadership is happening in SUSE for One. And it comes from one authority first, and then it goes and get through all the power united with people, going step by step. I don't know if you understood, but I'm sure you did. So I love it. I love it. I don't know if Derek that's here want to say something about it, so we can go ahead and talk a little more in depth of each individual process. But if you want to say something, I would love for you to talk. Derek, are you available? Perfect. We listen to you.
Okay. Are you able to hear me?
100%.
Oh, all right. That's great. I think from my side, I'm always fascinating to learn more about leadership because I see myself, one of my career goals, I want to be a business and finance coach. So I think for me to fulfill that role, I need to develop a lot of leadership qualities because time and again, I'll be engaging with different personalities. So I should have more a capacity and ability to relate to different personalities and being able to just sit down together with them. So this is the reason why I don't miss your lectures. Every day I'm here just to learn more about leadership. And I'm really enjoying the journey. It's just amazing.
Perfect. So I said in a statement to you, you're leading to your lead. You see, you're leading your pathway to lead. You see, and that's why you become a leader. You know, we cannot give something we don't owe or we don't own. Okay, so it's something to think about it. You're here because at the same time you're getting all the acknowledgement and knowledge about finances and how to really work that up to your benefit and the benefit of others. You still have to know how to lead into management, you see? And for leading into management, you need to grow capabilities and abilities that will work towards the results you want to get. So I'm amazed about the education these days. And I think it's been changing a little bit, but more in the years back, where they used to give all theory, always to get you advanced in knowing, you know, the root cause of your professionalism and professional didactic education that you're receiving for getting as a professional degree, okay? But what they don't teach you is how you outside will have the benefit of working in an organization or doing your own business and how you will manage this. And this is the key tool. You can give a lot of education to someone, but if you don't give them the actions, how to manage the opportunity they have in their hands, it's not full done, you see? So people tend to pay tons of money for a profession. Let's say, I'll give an example. We have doctors, okay, who have tons of education they have to go through, books, by theory, by practices. When they go out and they go into the field, okay, they can go to a hospital and, well, they're gonna be an employee forever, that's fine. But what about if they're not going to a hospital? They're going to open their own clinical, okay? Not only is about knowing all the factors of the science and what your body has or not, you understand, and giving a patient a medication, etc., and tell them what the problem is with their health. They really have to know how to manage a business also. They really need to know all the tools that integrates to have a business opened. And that's not given in the education that they're paying, with a lot of effort and a lot of money. So that's why people, after they said, oh, I studied and this is not working. Because it's missing still the most important thing, how to manage the part of your leadership and how to manage the capabilities of having something created by you that will make you revenue and will give you already a way of living. Otherwise, you will be always an employee, and that's fine. If you want to serve that way, that's fine. Eh? Not everybody is made for being an owner of a business or an investor. We understand that. But I think you should know at least the processes, how a system of a business works, so you identify yourself where you're at, not only by acting through what you have and you are. You see what I mean? And that's powerful. You start leading with consciousness of all the things that matters inside of what you're doing. And that's life. It's experience of life also. So let's go and see the differences of leadership styles in each category. Okay, so we're going, okay. Okay, we have authoritarian leadership. As we see, president, okay, we're talking about a nation, okay? That nation, there is a president, okay? It's the same as Success War One. There is a queen who's the head chief who follows the organization plan. Who is the CEO? Who are the people who are making this happen? Okay, there are in the above place, but they're there for one reason, not because they're better than you. It's just that we're prepared for that. That's the difference. Okay, and that's when we understand that, then we start thinking, oh, do I want to be a president? Do I want to be a CEO? Okay, and when we understand this, we're not thinking about this person values more than the other person because they earn more money or because they have a better status or a head status through the organization. No, it's not about that. It's that they have been able to have what they need to be at that position. How would you leaderize? How would you make this work? Well, you have to be trained and thoughtful trained, okay? So the president, a CEO, chief leader, okay? There's the sample is here. That's an authoritarian leadership, okay? And that does not mean that they're more than anyone, because believe me, if they don't have a team, no matter, they won't go nowhere. A president without his cabinet will not go nowhere. You understand? There are always people behind at the back supporting what this president is doing, what this CEO is doing, what this chief leader is doing, okay? So we must understand to be at this position, there is always a cabinet, there is always a guarantee of people working ahead and achieving things with these people already, which are the authority, okay? Now, we have the participant, okay, go ahead, my dear Queen.
Yeah. Yes, Rosemary, I just want to add a few words to what you are saying.
Yes.
You know, it's true, when you are CEO and all that, it's a big responsibility. This is true. At the same time, the beauty of Success World One, everyone is CEO, everyone, because this organization belongs to all of us. Yes, I have created it, but there's only one big leader, you know, the team. So without everyone is a leader in Success World One. We have leaders in every country. You are a great leader of Success World One in Canada. So you are also CEO of Success World One Canada. You understand? So everyone, I had this vision where I want not to create followers or fans or this kind of people, you know, it's not my vision. My vision is to create leaders who are capable to create, to have their vision and to help them to put in place and implement their vision. This is how I see Success World One. You know, God is leading Success World One. The God that you have within you, with every leader has within him, that it is the beauty of Success World One. There's no really fund CEO or etc. One CEO. Success World One is full of CEO, is full of visionary, is full of leaders. And this is why we are the key to unlock the world, to change the mindset of humanity, to show that we are brothers and sisters in the same love, same divine love, same humanity, same body with the same voice, same world. And that it is Success World One. And this is why the name is Success World One. Success of the world is unity. This is why Success World One. This is why there is this name of Successful One. So it's a big vision where everybody has to feel at home, has to feel that he's a leader. He can take decision. He can do whatever he wants. This is Success Worldwide.
Wow, thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you. Yes, indeed. Next class, I'm going to bring how I see the organization of Success Work One. I'm going to ask you some questions, but I'm sure you will tell me yes. And we're going to see how everything is depending on the people, because that's what I'm saying. This president won't be a president. Let's say Barack Obama is here, right? He won't be president if there's no people supporting, you know? He won't be at the status and the level he's at if he were not to be, right? Elected by his people in his country, in his citizens. You see, a CEO is the same thing. It's the same thing, because when you found an organization, there must be a hold, and that hold is the founders, the CEO, people who are working united for that to happen, okay? And that's why I'm saying nothing will be made by itself. Everything is always by a force, by a cause, by people supporting the cause, supporting the organization. Like the chief leader, all he does is different that other people that are supporting the work. A chief leader will make happen things quickly and strategically, but will demand that with the teamwork and will make that effort together. That's all what they're doing, you know, but it's not really that they're more than anyone. That's what we're trying to say here. And this is what the mentality we have to always work. We have to train our people to be at the leading position that they need in order for us to live with them. Simple, you know? And that's why I think this is so integral. And in Success Work One, there's an integrity, because every person in their own position and status, place where they're belonging, there are already people who have shown and proved, you know, that there is humanitarian cause, that they're working for the loyalty of human rights, that they're working towards creating and having people to succeed. You see, there's no people here chosen by mistake, because one of the important things and the most important thing that Queen Nadia has said is that there's God in us, and our God is working towards this. So we're going in the right path. Yes, let me hear from you, Derek.
I think like it's a very big opportunity, especially from us from Africa, because when I look at the curriculum that we learn in schools, I see a very big gap for leadership. You know, leadership. I loved what you've said, Dr. Rosemary, where you've said a leadership is someone who owns skills and has got all these abilities and the understanding of how to run a business. So like we go through school, and at some point we realize we don't even have the competent or the technical skills that can help us in the real world. But now bringing in courses like this will equip us with the necessary information that's needed for someone to run a successful business, because we are trained to be leaders, and leaders, they own skills that can help them to solve problems that can come. So this is what I had to say. Thank you.
Beautiful, beautiful. Yes, and this is what sometimes we faced in all the opportunities. Sometimes here in Canada, even I've seen it, many people, they have good knowledge of their own, you know, careers and so on. And when they go to face their first job, let's say, in what they study, okay? The first thing they said, you don't have the Canadian experience. Or person who's coming abroad from other country, right? You don't have the Canadian experience. How can you start then? You know, there must be a way, okay? And I think there we really have to work towards our own education to be already advanced at a level of leadership. So when we go and we ask for a job, whatever it is, You have proven skills. And then they will say, oh, okay, your attitude, capabilities, values is working towards the goal and needs of this affiliation, association, organization, status, business, etc. Now we're giving you the opportunity, you see? That's why now we see that the digital world right now where we at, there's a lot of advanced programs that are working towards now creating more than only the theoretical part, you know? And we must see this. This is where our opportunity is to grow. This is where really our opportunity is to grow, because then we will be able to be the top 4 teachers and professors for people, because we acknowledge already our experience to be part of our coaching system. That's why I can talk to you with responsibility, because I have faced all of this. I've done this. It's not something that I created or I seen it. It's something that I've done it. And that's what the most important, reputable situation you will be in. When you can show people by proven results that in fact the experience of your own theoretical, thoughtful teaching and all the things that you have learned is compacted by doing what you're doing, you see, and it has results, okay? So we're going in the good path. Let's see. Okay, participate leadership. Well, collaboration among peers, okay? That's an example, new members, collateral groups. That's why when we see an organization that is growing, we will see new members that come in and say, you know what, how do I have to get in this place? What do I have to do to participate? And there might be a membership, there might be an affiliation, there might be something that gets them engaged, okay? Because let me tell you, yes, you're looking for a job, but if I have an opportunity where I see that my leadership skills are gonna be used, I want to be there. But if they're not gonna be used, maybe I have the opportunity, I say, no, something, this is not for me, thank you. And I go and I teach and go and open another door. You see what I mean? So it's both sides. The only way to see this is when we understand our values and we understand how much we value ourselves, what really our experience and worthy of our experience is. So not every job or some of things that we're looking for will be what we need. You see? So it's not only about them, it's about me too. You see what I mean? So it is important to discover a way of leading by integrating new members, by having collaboration among peers, friends, colleagues, you know, and making collateral groups that identify one thing, let's say here, education, which is what the Queen is promoting. You see what I mean? So it's really important to understand where you are at. Is that how you're leading? By giving participation. You see, is that how you're really ruling everything you do? Are you planning to have people like these people that are here, showing that they're collaborating, but they're making an impact, you see? And showing also that this style will promote much more faster your leadership, because you're giving the equal opportunity to other people. You're not defined by differences, but rather your strength and weakness are combined and making a result to better achieve a goal. All right? Delegative leadership, we've spoken before, new association. For us to grow around the world, we have to be united. We are united with different entities. I've seen it every day with Success World One, how our open doors integrating with people for one cause, the same thing over. Education, freedom of speech, freedom of choices, making things to believe it's possible to perhaps implement new doors of success, because we're given the tools, and the tools are implemented when you're making actions of it, which is your education is given, Now put it in action for a program. Let's say what they're doing right now with the school of teaching soccer. That's one of the things, by example, okay? Now, sharing tasks among leaders. It is important that you understand you're not in control of anything or everything. Anything or everything. Therefore, you need to share your task. You need to lead by leading others to do something similar to what you're doing and giving them the opportunity to show their leadership also, okay? And freelancers is something we really look forward to be aiming for, because in cases of time sense, let's say when everything is happening so fast and so quick, and we're in different part of the world, and we are delegating our work, and we also are delegating whatever we're doing inside this institutional and organization we're doing, it's important to have freelancers that complement our work and make sure that all the tasks we need to have happened. Okay, and that's how leadership is also done, because there's people with different skills that work for different entities, and they're part of the work of the leadership. Well, transactional leadership, what can I say about this? If you understand how life is, you understand that there is an effect and cost. There is a cause and effect in everything. There's a transaction. Communication is transactional. Giving opportunities is transactional. Looking and forming and getting a partnership together with you will strengthen your leadership, okay? Now you have to be very open to the opportunity, but very wise in doing a partnership also, okay? Collaborative association. There's people who do transaction by giving something in regards to another, or making something that collaborates together, and one by itself have their results and the other one their results. And they interchange idea, they interchange resources, and they create by independently their own results. But because the united forces, now they're in association of collaborative, but each individual is making their own results, okay? And delegating members for a team. And this is what Queen does. Okay, she had divided, let's say, people from Africa are doing something, from Asia are doing something, from South America, North America is doing something, for Europe I'm doing something, you know? And when you spread that, because you're working with all people from around the world, it's easier to work. Imagine if it doesn't. It will be more like, okay, there's no entity, there's no definition, you see? And when we're talking about a definition, we have to be very systematic in order for things to happen properly in different places. So this is something really important to understand, how you as a leader does transactions and how that makes result and impact your platforms. And transformational is all you do. If there's no transformation in the leadership you have, sorry, nothing will work before that we have proven today, okay? If there's no transformation in the causes you're performing and promoting, there's no leadership. So that's why teamwork is the most effective way to lead. But there's a lot of things to do in a teamwork, okay? New projects, how would it happen? Well, because we have created a transformation. People will work good ideas and new ideas because they see everything happening. And then they said, hello, now what's next, you know? And their proactive results will show the transformation, that what a leader does and what leader has. Always proactive results. And then you said, oh, I can trust this source. This is where I belong. This is where I want to be. Okay, so it's really important that you clarify where you're at. or if you're doing all, excellent. But which is the most strength that you have between all these leadership styles? Which is the way that you lead? That will be my question left for us to finish. Thank you. And I would love to hear from you if you want to say something. I really thank you for this opportunity. Derek, any question? Queen Nadia, I know you're on the street or okay.
I just also want to thank you very much for the great, strong message of leadership that you are teaching to our people and all the people who are watching us actually in YouTube. So if they have any question for our Professor Dr. Rosemarie, please feel free to leave a message, and next week she will answer to all your messages. So now it's very interesting also to add one thing, because you spoke about transformation and all that. And you know, when you are in a leadership or in education and all that, there's something that we have to really mention, and it's primordial, because without that, education can also education sometimes is not making you a great leader for sure. It also can build you with the vicious intelligence, where you have the education all depend of what you have within you. This is very important, because you have some people, they get the education and they are building something and become a big leaders, and a leader is a servant to the other. So he sees the others and people who are working not for him, but he will see that working with him. So, and this is why it's very important to develop in order to get a great leadership, may it be in business, in politics, or anything he wants to do, to develop the wisdom within you. Because without the wisdom, you will go nowhere. You will just try to manipulate the other. Of course, you can make a lot of money, but you will be so poor that you will have only the money, because only wisdom will make you rich, because you will share with the heart to develop this collaboration, this partnership with the heart. It's not, you don't see your partner as a business, like a business, like something that you have won or etc. But you will see him as a part of your family. I see that, you know, for example, actually we are developing different things, for example, where we have some investors. I have signed different partnership with some investors and all that. But the beauty of that is that we are a family. They don't see me as their business partner. They see me as a sister, you know, and I see them as brothers and sisters. And that is very, very important. And this is why you can fly. You understand? And I believe that this wisdom that you have within you is above the education, is above different things, you know, this partnership or all that.
You're working with emotional intelligence. Yes.
Yes, you know what, when someone asked me, what do you think of the emotional intelligence? I said, emotional intelligence takes shape when the wisdom abolishes the vicious intelligence.
And
So
also the spiritual intelligence, which I speak a lot in the book I gave you. Yes, the breakthrough changing the pattern of poverty. I really talk about how in deep working with the spirit may realize everything and the wisdom all the time, it will be easier for you to really look at the opportunities in front, because they may pass by and you don't see it, as long as you know how strength you and how much strength you have in your spirit to conquer it.
That's true. And when you speak about emotional intelligence, it's very important. When you arrive at this level, there's already unity, otherwise it will remain intellect.
Egocentric.
Yes, it will remain intellect and emotion. But when you speak about emotional intelligence, you are speaking about this unity between the mind and the heart. And that it's important. Why I'm saying that? Because the intellect is let's say, the supreme intelligence, and the emotion are the unconditional love. When you are making the unity, there's emotional intelligence.
I love it. So great. I love it. And let me tell you, Derek says, as a leader, how can I be very empathetic to understand other people's situation and tap into their emotional language? Well, I think it's been clear by what the Dr. Queen Nadia said, because one thing you have to work in between you and in you is the love. Everything, when we do it by love and with love, will prove that empathetic and emotional language. So people already will look into it and they said, the answer is there. The answer is there, because you're empathizing the emotional and spiritual trajectory of what's happening to the person. And by the way you speak, by giving the heart and love through the things you do, you're really impacting the person. And that's why it's so important for people to really have good tools of communication, because everything will happen systematically if you always start by giving love through your words, and then your expressions, definition, the transactions you do, the moment or what you show and prove will eventually empathize with the person.
This is very interesting. I want just to add also one thing to that. How to feel them. Derek, I have an advice. I will tell you. When you have it is called compassion. When you arrive at the compassion, what does it mean? That you see the other as a reflection of yourself. So when you see the other as a reflection of yourself, you are able to feel his sorrows, his problems, and all that. So without that, you cannot develop anything or feel the other. If you don't recognize yourself in everyone and can't recognize everyone within you, that you are a reflection to the others and the others are a reflection of yourself, to make this unity, because this world is we are living in a world of unity in its divided and exploded version, like puzzle in moving action, and that's it. So we are all completing one another. So the other, when you see someone in poverty or someone in suffering and all that, what you say, my gosh, this part of myself is suffering. I have to heal it. So you start making something within you, going deeper within yourself and developing this compassion first that you have within you, because he is only a reflection of yourself. And when you see the success on others, be happy, be very, very happy, because they are also a reflection of yourself. You can see only the success that you are, and that be always happy of that. So I believe compassion is the answer to your question.
Bravo! I feel those words so much in me. Thank you. Thank you. And to be honest with you, this world, it's what it needs. Compassion, you know? And we have spoken about this before. I brought this in the other classes before. It is important that as you may want to see the world, right? Do what you see, do what you are. So there's a quote by Muhammad Gandhi that says, as you want to see the world, do by it, you know? Like, if you want to change, do it yourself. So it's change in the world, right? So it's important that we start from us. Everything starts from us. And as we do from us and for everybody, then everything starts happening. You know, it's repeatedly successes of achieving your goals, but always dreams that will be clear to you. Like, then you will say, wow, this is a miracle, how this happened. I've seen tons of people transform. I see how our queen, every time she speak, impacted people because she was prepared. God has given her that wisdom already to be and prepare her for this, you know? Not every person is prepared, but it's something that you aim to call for your life, you know, and you look for it and create for it. And I love when Derek said, Professor, can you send the book to Zambia? I said, yeah, sure. You know, I don't think about in return, oh, you know, how much is gonna cost me or it's far. All I said, I have to order the book and then once it's here, I will send it. So this is a way of collaborating, you know, but I think when we do everything through our own beauty of who we are, we want to do good for others, you know, because you think about, I don't want nobody to do a harm to me. Why would I do to someone? You know, that's an example. I don't know. This is how I feel. This is how I am, you know, and so, and it becomes more clear the more you do it. The more you do it, it becomes a habit. It's something that's in you. Right, Queen Nadia?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you very, very much, Professor Dr. Rosemarie. You are just an amazing. I love your course and thank you for being with us. Thank you for being in my life. You are one of the best reflection of myself.
Oh, thank you. I'm very humble for that. I'm very humble and thankful, very thankful. I met you and I met all of you. It's changing my life. And I think it's changing the life for everybody because it is something that's, you can buy it. There's no way to buy this.
And you know, sister, we have to announce to our people that in Ghana, we have now our physical classrooms, and we will be connected in IPTV with them. And we are sending our program there. And I believe we have our great leader of Success World One Ghana, who is making an amazing work. And so we have everything prepared, and I believe that next week. So it is cool because we will send the picture. I asked our sister Mila for that. We sent the pictures of all our professors and our program, and it will be in our classes there. They will follow us, they will ask you different questions, and it's just amazing. So we are moving, and I want also to inform you that Success World One Academy will be built physically in different countries. And Morocco asked me, the Kingdom of Morocco asked me to build it there in one region called Dakhla, where we are all moving there. And so our people from Morocco and the royal family of Morocco. They are also with us, and we are flying now. Now we are flying.
Wow.
So
This is so big. That's so happening. Wow.
and we are
So
making a lot
beautiful.
of partnership with different academies where we are bringing we have signed also protocol with the Academy of Soccer. We have created the Queen Nadia Feminine Football club. It will be everywhere. We have also made a partnership with the Academy of Dance and all that. It's just amazing.
Wow.
God is making miracle and miracles in our life. And you know, when I was traveling, it was just amazing. So I will give you all this information in private.
So
So
happy. Wow. Yes, please. You know what? Let me tell you something. Eh, there is a teaching about the bamboo as a leader. You know, they do the analogy about the bamboo and the leader. And the bamboo takes about 5 years to be up. Okay. But in the first 4 years and 11 months and 2 weeks, the bamboo is only inside the ground, the soil, and is creating inside. In 2 weeks, it's up and it flies.
wow, wow,
And this is what's happening in Success for One. See what I mean? Like,
yes,
things start slowly, start creating synergy, start creating a huge impact here and there and there and there and there, and people start talking, and everything seems like nothing is happening, you know, like, okay, it's gonna happen someday. And then boom, 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 happen all at once because you built it in the spirit first. And that was working behind without we don't see, but we feel, and God is doing his masterpiece of connections and getting that, how you call that, rompecabezas in Spanish. You know, that game that you have puzzles. Yeah, it's creating the puzzles all together until finally, boom. And then it's like, people, what happened? No, we worked it. It was working in the process and
yes, it is a
progress.
big work. I confirm it's a very, very big work.
For sure.
You know, today, I will just close. No, it's okay. Today we have our we are signing with we signed with the Arab League, the government of Egypt. So it is
Wow.
just amazing. So it's just amazing. So a lot of things are happening to Successful One and Successful One Academy. When we are getting a great accreditation. I will post that next week, our great accreditation and from different things and our partnership with the big people. I will post that. For now, I have not posted any big things, but I will post that and people will see it. We are really moving.
Bravo.
And as you said, sister, as you said, God is behind everything. God is building everything.
Amen.
Not, and as I told you, Successful One doesn't belong to me. It belongs to God, and we are all His instrument. And this is
Amen.
what is happening in Successful One and all the departments like the mental health, like the academy, the club, the children Olympic Games, all economy of heart where we are bringing jobs to people. All that will be just amazing. And that I am talking about that in your course because it's part of leadership.
For sure. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. I will talk a bit more in next following weeks about the bamboo and the theoretical, how it works in the leadership and how determined is the bamboo to be the big bamboo that it is, you know, and how everything grows inside, you know. And some of the things, the most important is that we have to always wonder what's next. What's next? You know, I imagine our queen right now thinking, what is next? What is next? And all you think is about, it's coming, the good rewards of the deeds that were built and were inside the good soil, you know. And what is not good in the inside soil, because maybe some, you know, something came down and make it greedy or whatever. God cleans it, you know. There's a way of draining it, you know, and then continue, you know, and still be working on the good place. See what I mean?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you very much, my sister Rosemarie. I love you very much. Thank you
I
for
love you
all
too,
people
dear.
who are following us. And thank you, Derek, also just amazing. And Rosemarie, Dr. Rosemarie, a leadership by Dr. Rosemarie, how to create a strong leadership and how to become a big leader. It's every Friday at 8 p.m. France time, same platform, same hour, same link, and same professor. Thank you very much, everyone. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye. God bless. See you next
God
week.
bless you all. Ciao.
Bye-bye. Ciao.
Bye. Bye,
Ciao.
everyone.
Have a
Ciao.
very nice weekend.
Gracias. Thank you, Derek. Bye-bye.
Muchas
Bye-bye.
gracias.